Welcome to Stoic for Today, and today we're exploring one of the most profound and life-changing practices within Stoic philosophy: gratitude. It's easy to underestimate something so simple. We often think of gratitude as a quick thank you or a polite gesture, but for the Stoics, gratitude was not a momentary feeling. It was a discipline, a way of life, a deliberate choice to see the world differently. How one can increase our capacity to greet the simple joys of life and greet the simple joys of life in a time when we are uncertain about seeing the great and practicing these simple joys, the simpler, the greater. If they see things, good and bad things, they see things. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." That single line holds the heart of Stoic gratitude. Happiness is not found in possessions, wealth, or status. It's found in perspective, in learning to recognize that what you already have is enough. The Stoics understood that the mind, left untrained, constantly reaches for what is missing. It compares, complains, and wants more. But gratitude retrains the mind to focus on what is instead of what is not. When you practice gratitude, you are teaching yourself to see abundance where you once saw lack. Think for a moment about your life as it is right now. You woke up this morning, you have air to breathe, water to drink, and a mind capable of thought. So, what do you think is now? And what do you think destined to be later in life? When you practice gratitude, you are teaching yourself to think. Maybe life isn't perfect, it never is, but within this very imperfection lies something beautiful. The chance to live according to nature, to grow wiser, to be kind, and to act with virtue. To a Stoic, every new day is a gift, because it offers another chance to live well. Seneca said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." That's the essence of Stoic joy. True wisdom is not about having everything, but about valuing what you already have. Gratitude protects the soul from envy and comparison. It brings peace by reminding us that life, in its simplest form, is already enough. When you start practicing gratitude, you begin to notice how much of your unhappiness came not from reality, but from your expectations. The world doesn't owe us comfort. It doesn't owe us wealth, recognition, or ease, and yet, every day, it gives us something: sunlight, friendship, opportunities to learn, moments to breathe and reflect. The Stoics taught that we should be grateful not only for the good things, but even for the challenges, because adversity too serves a purpose. It shapes our character, it reminds us of our strength, it teaches us humility. Epictetus, who was born a slave and later became one of the most respected Stoic teachers, often reminded his students that we cannot control what happens to us, only how we respond, and gratitude is one of the most powerful responses we can choose. When things go wrong, when plans fall apart, or when we lose something dear, the Stoic practice of gratitude doesn't ask us to ignore our pain, it asks us to look deeper, to ask, what can I learn from this? What is this moment trying to teach me? Even in hardship, there is room for appreciation, for the strength to endure, for the lessons we're being given, for the chance to practice virtue under pressure. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself in his journal to be thankful, even for the people who annoyed him. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, and unsocial. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and I recognize that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own. To Marcus, even difficult people were opportunities for gratitude, reminders to practice patience, understanding, and self-control. Reminders to practice patience, understanding, and self-control. That's what makes Stoic gratitude so powerful. It's not dependent on things going right. It's a constant practice of finding value, even in imperfection. So, how can we apply this in our daily lives? Start with the morning. When you open your eyes, instead of reaching for your phone or worrying about the day ahead, take a moment to simply breathe. Say to yourself, I am alive. I have another day to live according to reason and virtue. Say to yourself, this is my day. I have another day to live according to reason and virtue. That single moment of awareness sets a tone for the entire day. Calm, grateful, and grounded. Throughout the day, remind yourself to pause and notice small blessings. A warm drink, a conversation, a quiet moment. The Stoics believed that joy hides in simplicity. When you practice gratitude for these small things, your capacity for happiness expands. And when life challenges you, remember that gratitude is not only for comfort, it's also for growth. When you face something hard, say to yourself, this is an opportunity to strengthen my character. Maybe you didn't get what you wanted, but perhaps you received what you needed. At the end of the day, the Stoics encouraged reflection, what they called the evening review. Before sleep, sit quietly and think. What went well today? What did I learn? Who helped me? What small thing brought me joy? This practice rewires your mind to seek the good, even in difficult days. Over time, these reflections build a resilient and grateful mindset, one that no circumstance can easily shake. Remember, gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means accepting life as it is, the good and the bad, with a calm heart. It's about finding stability within yourself, instead of depending on external things for peace. Because all things change: wealth, fame, health, even the people we love. They all come and go. But the grateful mind remains steady. It knows that everything is temporary and therefore everything is precious. When you practice gratitude, you stop chasing happiness and you start living it. You realize that joy doesn't come from accumulation, but from appreciation. The Stoics lived by a truth we often forget, that to live well is to live with awareness and thankfulness. So today, take a moment to reflect. Look around you, at your surroundings, at your life as it is. There is beauty here if you choose to see it. There is peace available if you choose to notice it. There is enough right here, right now. Be thankful for your breath, for your mind, for your ability to think, to learn, to grow. Be thankful for the people who support you, and even for those who challenge you, for they help you become stronger. Be thankful for this day, for this moment, for the simple fact that you are alive and capable of choosing how you think and act. Because, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and gratitude is the highest quality of thought there is. When you live with gratitude, you walk lighter, you see more clearly, you suffer less, because you stop fighting against what is and start accepting it with grace. P.S. Welcome to the Marxist Berlin Project. Before we get into the media mini, I want to give you a couple of things that my friend Helen Keller. So let this be your Stoic practice for today: to pause, to notice, to give thanks. Not because everything is perfect, but because you understand that even in imperfection, life is still a gift. Be grateful for the small moments, for the ordinary days, for the lessons wrapped in struggle, and for the wisdom that comes from simply being aware. Gratitude turns every moment into enough, and that, according to the Stoics, is the beginning of true happiness.